Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back to another video. This is a reaction to Peter Santinello, and I see him pop up on my feed all the time. He has a lot of viral videos exploring different places in the US, and I've never ever seen his channel before. I mean, I've seen it pop up, but I've never watched him or reacted to him before. So yeah, and this is the Alaskan town that lives in one building, and I've seen this building in a few videos before, and it's always so fascinating, but it's just briefly mentioned. It's never actually showing what's really inside this town, I guess you could say, because it is actually a town, which is crazy because it's just all in one building. Of course the buildings around it, but that is like the hub of where I guess most people stay, and then people I guess go to work and stuff, and then they'll go back to this building to sleep. I could actually see some positives to be honest. It seems quite, not is cozy the right word? Maybe not, because I guess it can be a bit frustrating and annoying because you can get sick and tired of people that you're living with and all that sort of stuff. But we're going to check this out anyway, and also links are in the description to my Patreon if you want to see reactions that I can't post to YouTube. But let's check this out and see what this Alaskan town is really like.
I really think, Peter, that this is where they could make a scary movie.
Here it is. Here's the building.
The tunnel separates us from the world.
The ferry come right through here and then right down here.
It's Whittier.
Oh, it's a full maze down here.
They had a jail down here, too.
I wonder if people have lived here their entire lives.
What a view.
First Samoan that landed here in Brit.
And this is how they get to the school. Peek in there.
So what's going on? Is there something wrong with the building?
A lot of people died. Tsunami washed them away.
Don't
Tsunami?
stop here. It's not a destination.
I did the opposite.
You're rare.
Oh, so it's not very nice.
Good morning,
here,
guys. So much of this channel is about getting into other people's lives, different styles of living. So today we're going to go to a town here in Alaska, a very remote place, through a tunnel, under a glacier. On the other side is a building. In that building is all of the town's residents, the post office, the market, the school, everything self-contained. Let's go on a little adventure here to Whittier, Alaska.
Scenery's beautiful, of course. I mean, it's Alaska, to be fair.
Okay, here we are coming up on the tunnel here. You can see way up high there a glacier, waterfalls coming down. And this tunnel, from what I understand, is shut off at 10:30 every night. This is the one way in by road. There's also a port, so it's somewhat isolated and removed from everything.
What the fuck?
So it looks like the train tracks go right through here too. So we're actually driving on the track, so that's cool.
Damn.
So that, I'm gonna say, was almost a couple miles. That was a long tunnel.
In the tunnel.
Felt like being in a mine shaft. So this apartment building, from what I've heard, has roughly 200 or a little under 200 people. And as we can see here, the cruise ships also come into this port.
Cruise ships?
So it must be a well-protected port, and probably some of the industry here. Here it is, here's the building. Looks like something out of the former Soviet Union. So let's try to get a look-see, meet some people. I'm just gonna sort of walk in and hopefully not be too intrusive by doing so, but hopefully we meet some cool people that can bring us around. Okay, seems like we have a lot of fishermen here. It's probably the big industry. Hodge Building, circa 56 to 60. Cold War story, great. I'm not gonna read this all to you, but communism was on the march across the planet, creating crisis in Europe. So giant radar system out here. The Aleutian Islands, which stretch very far, almost to Russia.
Seems a bit like a
Okay, here we have the
hospital.
church service.
It's not very. It's quite outdated, isn't it? I didn't think it would be. I thought it would have been quite well kept. I didn't realise it was this old as well.
Some of the history here. Look at the building being constructed. 14 stories. This was the hardcore pioneering times.
Get your camera rolling right now, and when we go past this door, look to the right.
Okay. Post office.
I hear you got a sandwich. Oh, I know, but it's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay.
These people here must know each other so damn well.
Your husband is so elegant. It's
You
so
saved my life.
Oh.
That's all I gotta say. You know what? I just kept eating that food. I said, I'm not stopping. I don't care what they say.
When am I gonna get to meet him? I gotta meet this guy, your husband. Okay.
This meeting. See, it's the Medich Towers and agenda for the annual meeting.
Okay, so this is a big deal right now. So you're talking about raising the fees here for the homeowners,
Monthly
We pay
condominium
$450
fees.
a month already.
for just the homeowners.
Monthly
We pay
condominium
$450
fees.
a month already.
450 a month. I mean, I guess you're in the middle of nowhere, right? So the prices will go down. That is quite low. But again, I guess maybe it's because the houses are small, or sorry, the apartments are small, and you're stuck in here pretty much. And there's not much job opportunity here already. So I guess you've got a set amount of work or like job opportunities you can have and money you can earn.
For just utilities?
No, but also for the reserves.
Okay.
There's a number of unmet maintenance needs that
Okay.
are unfunded.
So there are a lot of local politics in this building.
Yes. I mean,
Okay.
who's gonna fix the roof?
It must get quite heated here, to be honest.
What if the elevators go out?
Yep.
What about replacing the sidewalk in the front of the building?
You have to see Hawaii and Whittier.
This is our
Hawaii?
house. This is our house. We have decorated it to look a little bit like Hawaii because,
Just to get that aloha spirit going?
yes.
All right.
I said to Joe,
And
if
I'm-
we have to be here for a while, it's gotta look like someplace else.
You're together?
Yeah, this is my husband Joe. I
Oh.
was up there to meet
Are we
didn't-
together? We've been married more than 50.
Peter.
We've been married more than 50
She was talking
years.
about you forever, and then she was keeping you. I thought you were like hiding them from us. Okay, so this is your place.
Yeah.
Very
our weekend.
cool.
I'm sorry you didn't understand that we were very married.
Okay, that's
Yeah,
cute.
you're
What's
very
the secret? It's been a long time, so what's the secret? That's a lot of love. I
That's
can
the
feel
secret. No contempt.
it. Okay.
You can't have contempt or criticism. Saying things like, "You always give me a problem with this. What's the matter with you?" I mean, those things are forbidden in a marriage.
This is
It takes
beautiful.
one day to get married and the rest of your life to stay married.
Remember this phrase. For men, this is very important. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. That phrase works on most things.
Followed with a foot massage.
So this is our guest room.
Okay.
Got a space for a guest room. Damn. It's not actually that small.
Very
it's not,
comfy,
It's not massive, but it's not really. It's quite big for what I was expecting.
cozy.
Yeah.
I like it. And you're looking at right out at the mountain.
Yeah.
The waterfalls. Wow, that thing's raging up there. That is very cool.
And then this is our room.
Okay.
Okay. And all the ladies like this, the
Oh, there you
Hawaiian
go.
bathroom, all right?
What?
And you
Some
can-
privacy curtains.
Well, everything is
Well,
from Hawaii.
actually, we have to deal with the midnight sun. And we want to sleep at night, and we don't close those curtains, so we close these curtains for light control.
That's
So-
right. So we're in July right now. Tonight it will be light until midnight, at least.
No, about 10.
No, that was June.
June.
Yeah,
Okay.
June was like that, but last night I got up about 2 o'clock and it was pitch black, really
Okay.
pitch black. Now you can sit here because we always have the customers or
Oh, thank you.
visitors
Oh, what a view.
in the view.
What a view. Who doesn't love that?
And last Sunday night I was setting the table for dinner and a black bear walked right there behind the school.
Oh
Okay.
my
Oh,
god.
that's the
But that's the school. I wonder how many students are there. That is so fascinating to me. This is all so mental. In a cool way. This is so wild to me.
Cool.
Yeah. In the wintertime, if you're a child, you go down to the basement and go underneath the street here on the tunnel, and then you come up in the school.
How many students
Wow.
did you say?
35.
Okay.
And maybe about a dozen people work at the school.
But I guess all different ages, right? Like, it's all different ages. I guess from, like, 4 to 17, 18, maybe a bit younger, actually. Maybe like 16.
One of the big employers in the wintertime is the school.
Where are the kids from, mostly?
I would say the majority of the kids in this school are Samoan.
Samoan.
Oh, wow.
The Samoans.
We have a
Yeah.
Samoan
Right here.
community that lives in the building.
And
Interesting.
they have church service down
What
in
would
the
you say,
basement.
6 or 7 families?
Yeah.
So I noticed that in Anchorage too, a lot of Pacific Islanders,
Yeah.
which I would never have thought because it's so cold here. You'd think that would be
go
hard
figure.
for them.
I
But,
don't get it either.
but one guy at the restaurant told me, he's like, nice beaches don't buy me a new pickup truck. Meaning there's opportunity here. He can get work
That's
where
right.
he couldn't in Samoa.
And they work really hard.
They
All
work
the
hard.
Samoans here work. They do baggage handling. They work for the
The
railroad.
tunnel.
They work for the tunnel. Like when you
EMTs.
came in, it was probably a Samoan girl or guy that was taking
Yep.
tickets at the tunnel.
Okay.
Yeah, they work really hard.
We decided to move the we didn't buy new cabinets. We moved the cabinets around, moved the stove and put everything on this way and that way. Then when we were done, the light switch is behind
Wait, is this a doorway to somewhere else?
the refrigerator. So we have a paint stick that we use to go behind here and turn the light on.
Oh, it's a mirror.
But it's okay because it's Whittier. I mean, it's Whittier.
Floor is slanted.
Yeah, I've
Floor is
noticed.
slanted about a half an inch. Well, we're
But it's
used
concrete.
to it now.
So what's going on? Is there something wrong with the building? Why is it
Yeah,
slanted?
it
No,
is.
just this room.
It's Whittier.
It's not real-
life.
It's not real life.
weird.
It's Whittier. This is our playhouse.
So when you say it's not real life, it's Whittier, what do you mean by that?
I mean, when the floor is slanted and you can't fix it, you just have to accept it. That's all it is. It's
But-
Whittier.
But with being Whittier, do you feel detached from the outside world to some degree?
Yeah, it is. The tunnel separates us from the world the same way that if we were on an island. We're
Okay.
not on an island, but we're part of the mainland. But because we have the tunnel, we have to time your visits to come in and out through the tunnel. We are a separate community that's fairly isolated from the rest of the world. The world. I mean, we've got internet. We can follow up what's happening in Germany. But so what? We're here at the end of the road.
We were looking for a condo up here, and I was talking to somebody in Anchorage, and he said, "Hey, I got a friend who owns 2 condos in Whittier. I'll find out what the numbers are, and you can get the keys and go look at them." So he gave us the information. We came, we got the key, we looked at this, and even though it was in terrible shape, we said, "Okay, this is what we want." So I said, "Okay, what's the name and number again of the guy who owns this?" So he gave it to us and called him up, and he said, "Yeah, okay, I'll sell it to you for whatever it was." Ring said, "Okay, that's great,
$40,000.
$40,000, all right." So we went to the title company and we said we would like to buy 1009.
We had a contract.
Yeah, a contract. We went to the title company and they said, they called us back and they said the problem is he doesn't own it. So we said, well, who does own it? And they said, oh, some guy who lives in Girdwood. So we called him up and he said, well, yeah, I rented that condo to that guy for about a year and he hasn't paid any rent, but he wants to sell it to you. He said, I'll sell it to you. How much did he tell
Okay,
you?
that's next level nightmare renter. Not only do they not pay, they try to sell it.
It's Whittier.
What the fuck?
So I see cameras. Are there police here watching this or monitoring, or how's that work?
This whole building has.
Yeah, for vandalism.
Okay. Police are in the building or they're not in the building?
It's a bit like a prison, to be honest.
Well, they used to be on the first floor, but now they're in that new building down there.
Okay.
It's a big metal-looking building.
Okay.
Anton Anderson, he was an engineer.
He designed the tunnel I drove through.
Yeah, the one that you drove through, right. And these are pictures of the tunnel right here and what was going on.
So this was a U.S. barracks for the Army or what?
This was the officers' building. This is where the officers lived. Now, this is
Oh, that explains it. That explains it.
what Whittier used to look like. See, and they had these docks here and all the fuel tanks. Right about here is where the cruise ship is tied up right now.
Yep.
But after the 1964 earthquake, All of this was washed away. The tanks were on fire. A lot of people died because there was a ship that came in and the tsunami washed them away. All of these buildings, a majority of these buildings are gone now because they were wooden buildings and the army tore them down. They've had fires here. This is what it was like in the wintertime.
How much snow do you get here?
Well, I don't know exactly right now because I don't know what the measurement is, but 20 years ago they were getting 45 feet accumulated in one winter. I know one spring we came in here and the snow was about this high up on the light poles because they'd been plowing
Oh, I thought you were saying this high up on the building. I was like, what?
the road and the snow was about that high.
You have physical therapy.
This is one of the rooms that they used as the church.
Okay. So do you have a functioning church in here now?
Yes, it's 9 o'clock on Sunday mornings.
Okay.
And it's Samoan.
It's Samoan, meaning,
Samoan.
but anyone can go, right?
Yes, but the ladies wear their Samoan dresses, the men wear their, it's like a pario type of thing.
Okay.
They sing in Samoan. Neil preaches in English, but practically all the songs are in Samoan. Okay, here's some more pictures of when this was an army building. It really doesn't look very pretty before it was painted. And this is how they get to the school.
This tunnel
Okay,
to
so
school.
the school is a separate building. We saw it from your place.
Yeah, see, peek in there.
Okay, so just walk down the hallway
Yeah, and you come up in the school.
because it's way too cold in the winter.
Well, there's just too much snow and it's convenient. It's not really cold here. Minnesota and Wisconsin, they have a lot colder winters than Whittier does.
Oh.
Because you have the sea. Okay, there's the church.
Yeah, but that's, I know they're using the room, but it's got a lot of damage in it now. I really think, Peter, that this is where they could make a scary movie down here.
Oh, down here?
Yeah. Can't you see somebody lurking around?
Yeah. Oh, it's a full maze down here.
They had a jail down here too, but I don't know which room it was.
There was
I
a
mean,
jail.
It was a military building, and this was the building where the officers lived, okay? So, yeah, they had a jail down here somewhere. I don't know where. Now I have to show you here. In the winter time, the wind blows so hard here on some days, right? That you can't get this door open because the wind is blowing so hard.
Okay.
Alright? So, when you come in through the tunnel and you're going to come in the winter, you have to know which way the wind is blowing because you're not going to come and try to get this door open if the wind is blowing from the east. So you have to go around to the other side because you can't get the door open. Especially if you're my size. Okay, so this is real fancy now. It didn't used to look like this, right?
This is real fancy. Oh, wow.
Now they have a timer on the door, so that if it stays open a long time, it'll close by itself. It used to be that people would just throw the door up like that and bring their stuff in on the cart and then leave. And you know, you were talking about those cameras in hallways? Okay, they have seen black bears walking down the hallway here because the bear will come right up the sidewalk.
Okay, the bear come right through here?
Yeah,
And then right down here.
yeah, why not?
Oh my God. That is too
Now,
funny.
the police station used to be in that one over there.
The police station.
Yeah, but now it isn't anymore. Now this is Melly's store.
Store? Is this the only store here then?
Millie's store.
So
Oh, this is great.
this is an amazing
You're
store.
well stocked.
Yeah, Melly and Neil go to town probably every week to get things.
Okay.
Then you send him back to us when he asks you too many questions, okay? Melly's the pastor's wife of this Samoa.
Okay.
What, so they go to other stores and buy this all in stock, or in bulk, and then they bring it here?
There are a lot of Samoans here, right?
Yes.
And why are Samoans coming to such an isolated place? I'm just out of curiosity.
Yes, my daughter, the husband, and my other kids, they were the one that came here. First Samoan that landed here in Whittier. I don't know how they find out about Whittier. They came here, they work here over there at the seafood company.
Okay.
That's their first job here
Okay.
when they arrived here.
Yeah.
They settled down over here. The oldest daughter bought a condo on the 6th floor. So after those, she called me if I can, if she can bring some of my kids up over here for the school. I say, okay, pay the fare. And so, because, down the island, not too many, And she brought some of my other daughters, two daughters and my other son. Finally, they were the first one working at the tunnel, Samoan. They got a very good job over here.
Okay.
One of my sons working at the harbor as an officer, and 3 of my kids working over there at the tunnel as a firefighter. I think those are the best jobs here in Whittier. I came here with nothing, me and my husband. So I work like $10 an hour, and not even a year, the couple asked me if I take over. So you know what? My heart was full of bliss because that's I have no money at all to give it to them, but they saw me working so hard with them, and that's why they sign up the lease under me and my husband.
That's perfect.
That's amazing.
So finally now I own. I already paid off everything, so I own. It's been 7 years now.
Must be good money as well. You must get a lot of money like made from this, like having this shop, because you've got to sell the product for a lot more, right? 'Cause that's just sort of how it is.
Since I own this.
Good for you. And this is the Whittier Seamen's Mission.
Right.
Religious organization, fair to say, or? Yeah. Okay.
He's a visible crew member because he's a musician and the passengers will see him. But the majority of the crew on the ship are invisible to the passengers because they're cooks, they're cleaners, air conditioning technicians, plumbers, and so the passengers don't know these people are on the ship. Right? So when they come ashore, people don't know that they have very specific needs. There's emotional, physical, and spiritual. Emotional is they want to come here and they want to connect with their families and know somebody ashore. These guys come here and they trust us, all right? Because we're the only people that they know ashore.
Like our second home.
Yeah.
Okay, so captains coming here, or?
Oh wow! So this like the cruise, they've made like a real relationship with the crews on board the ships that come by.
They come in here, they sit and play the guitar. So the other thing is physical. They need to come here and rest because these guys work many long hours a day and they don't have any days off.
Except for musicians.
Yeah, because we usually, engage with the guests. We perform in the
And practice.
and practice.
So they come here and they rest. They don't have to be on the ship with the stresses of the ship. And then spiritually, they come here. Scott's the pastor. He does a lot of Bible studies, answers questions, prays for people.
You forgot the fourth, Jeanette.
Oh, I don't know.
You ready?
Yeah.
Jeanette's home-baked cookies.
Oh wow.
Fresh
They
from
look good, to be
the
fair.
oven this morning.
Famous.
These cookies are
We
homemade.
made 700 pounds of dough before the season and put them in Ziploc bags, 5 pounds, and froze them in large fish pots.
You're serious?
I'm serious.
Oh, I was making a joke. These are home-baked.
Oh, every one of them.
Wow. And here's our Ukrainian captain.
I'm not the captain
Okay.
yet.
Okay. Very good.
I'm the captain of my family.
And this is Sebastian. He just joined.
Sebastian just went through.
Yeah.
Sebastian, nice to meet you. Where are you from?
Warsaw, Poland.
Oh yeah.
Moonlight in Vermont.
Crazy how they're from all these different places and they end up here in this random little isolated town.
Igor's singing for
We're
me,
going
for
to
me.
play
Igor is.
tonight.
Oh, you're in the
Just
play.
say.
Yes. Moonlight in Vermont tonight.
Igor, that's so sweet because you found out I was born in Vermont, grew up in Vermont, and you're gonna sing the song.
Not sing, play.
Play.
Unfortunately,
Accordion? Do you play accordion?
I play actually.
Yeah.
It's a good guess. When I was a kid, I studied accordion for 5 years. After that, I studied clarinet.
So how do you like coming in to here, to Whittier, when you come to
Actually,
port?
it's such a remote and beautiful place. Speaking about nature, air, and lovely, lovely people over here.
Everybody had their names on there, right?
Why don't you have them there anymore?
One person complained and said, we don't want anybody to know where we live.
Okay.
So now nobody gets to know where anybody lives. Now, what is the answer? My husband taught you the answer. Why?
Because it's Whittier.
Because it's
That's a bumper sticker. It really is. All right, I think
Here's the phone. Here's the post office.
It's 4:30.
I should probably get going.
4:30 tunnel.
Do not speed, because that's when the policemen catch you, is when you're trying to make the tunnel.
Yeah, but the tunnel opening is from 5 o'clock to 5:15
And that's my one time to get out.
to get out.
Is there ever a time where it's closed for a long period of time? Like, has it ever been such a big storm or something?
A rock fell out of the roof once that was the size of a Volkswagen. So they closed the tunnel until they could remove the rock, and that took a couple of days.
Okay.
Then there was the rock slide, which happened in January. There were no cruise ships then, of course. But there was a rock slide that covered the road on the other side of the tunnel. And I looked at my wife and I said, this rock slide will be cleared off by May 15th, which is the day of the first ship. And by golly, they didn't do a darn thing until about February the 28th, and in 2 weeks, it was all fixed, and they had built the road over the rocks, and
Had
that's
to
the way it is
pave it?
still today.
And the first day it was open was the day before the ship.
Okay.
And then they
So
had
people
a-
were
then they
stranded
had-
here for a while.
Yeah, but then they would run the train through the tunnel.
Yeah, they had a
And-
thing called the slide train. So they,
I saw that. I drove in on train tracks.
yeah.
Yeah,
Is there still a train that goes through?
yeah. And at 6 o'clock, if you stay tonight, you will see the big long trains come in and all the passengers get off to get on the ship. There's going to be about 800 or 900 people that get off 2 trains that come in tonight
Oh,
after
wow.
6 o'clock. And that's where they're getting the majority of passengers to go south.
Gotcha. So they just come into Whittier and then move on to whatever tour they're on or whatever.
Yeah, the motto of Whittier is Gateway to Prince William Sound. That's the town motto.
Oh, okay.
What that means is, don't stop here, just go right on through.
It's the
It's,
gateway.
it's a gateway, it's not a destination.
I did the opposite.
Yeah, you're rare.
Hug?
Can I pray with you?
Yes, let's do it.
All right. Jesus, Peter didn't come here by accident, Lord God. You brought him here. Father, he's looking for you, but maybe he doesn't know that's who he's looking for. I just pray, Jesus, that this day here in Whittier would be something that he thinks about and remembers, Jesus, that we lifted your name up so that Peter could hear your name. Lord God, touch this man's life. Draw him to you when he goes to the Pribble office or he goes to home or all these different places, Lord God. Keep calling his name until he answers. In your precious name I pray, amen.
Amen. Jeanette, you're amazing.
She's so sweet.
Thank you so much. So here we have the school here, and then we saw the hallway underneath.
So it isn't actually connected. They literally just built a tunnel underground. Wow.
And there we go, the building, Whittier, Alaska. We got lucky meeting Jeanette. What a sweet lady. What a beautiful spirit bringing us in, showing us around. Just a wonderful person. Really nice being in there. Takeaways from my quick time there were the community for the sailors in there, the mission they have going. There were some things off camera, like some assistance, some help. A guy was going through a bit of a problem, being out at sea, and there was community. And not like I could get in every one of those apartments. I'm sure there's all types from all different backgrounds, but it was overall something unique in the sense that everything is self-contained into one place. But there you go, another way of living, people choosing to be somewhat isolated from so much of the world, but at the same time, so connected under one roof. Thanks for coming along.
God damn, this was so fascinating, man. And yeah, this guy goes to all different places around the US. So I do want to check more of his videos out, but hopefully you enjoyed this reaction. And if you've been here before, let me know what it was like. If you live here on the off chance, let me know what it's like, because this place is just so unique. I love towns like this that are just so different. So it's a completely different way of life. After 50 years, they're still happy and joking around. Yeah, man, that's the dream, isn't it? Is anyone else amazed by the trust and love these people have in his community? The guy shows up completely out of nowhere, and they're leading him through the halls, introducing him to loved ones. Yeah, he wasn't even there for that long, and that happened. Fair enough, man. But hopefully you enjoyed this reaction, and yeah, until next time, like, subscribe, peace.